environment. They will consume more and more plastic, and they will justify the fast fashion which cause the factory producing so many clothes, for example, and it cause to the it's cause bad impact for the air pollution or even water pollution that cause to the health of the human, like cancer, for example, which if it is related to the water littering, right? But how do we keep how do we keep the information secret, right? Three ways in my mechanism. First, we're going. Yes, please.
Educator, we need to know that the clarifications among this kind of issues that about environment is actually going to be dominated by those people who are living in the developed nations. That they always do a factory and give do the actions like improve the environment. Thank you.
we believe that we believe that if this once this information spread, it will happens to both it will happens to it will happens to both developing and developed country, because exactly today we have like a trade emissions where where the developing country can buy their right to produce they can buy the right to produce more emission from the from the developing countries. So that's why we think that it will happens to all nations around the globe, right? But how do we keep this information secret, right? First, we're going to just spread the news to the environmental expert, for example, because they can keep it secret, and because they know what to do and what will happen in the end of the day, right? And second, we're going just to tell the news to the government, to the government, because the government is the one who control and the one who make the policy, right? Once the government is like a central stakeholder to the environment, because what the government is the one who making the law or even the code about the environment, right? And second, we are going to and lastly, we're going to control the media, right, from publishing any news which is not permitted by the government. We're going to control these three aspects to keep it secret and not being published to the to the society or the people. Two arguments in my speech. First, why it is justifiable for us to hide the information, and second, why it is not okay for us to publish. Why it is justified for us to hide the information. Earlier, our stand has mentioned that's that's the new narrative of climate change. It will decrease the awareness, right? But if we keep on hiding the information, it will increasingly add the awareness of the humans to the environment, because they believe that the climate change is happen because of them, right? And it's caused to the activity of them, right? What will happen in the end of the day if we keep the narrative about this and we spread the awareness of the people. First, that the environmental care activity, like planting 1,000 trees, for example, will keep happening, which however also will impact to the life of the people, even it is not related to the climate change, for example, but it will impact on how the environment is still clean, for example, and how the environment is still clean, for example, and it will create more tree, for example, for better breathing, for example. And lastly, when it increase the awareness of human, it will make the people to have a new habit of life, right? Like they will go green living, for example, they refill water, they have a better understanding about environment, right? But imagine second reason, imagine if we spread the information about this, the society or the people will be pessimistic, because exactly this natural disaster is beyond their control. Like, what will happen? It will bring harm to the environmentalists, right? They will be judged that they are not capable to give they already gave a wrong information about the climate change, for example, and they will just get the hate speech, and the society no longer believe on the environmentalists, right? Because they have already failed at the very first time to tell the correct information about what is causing the climate change. And second reason is it will give a bad authority, right? It will give a bad image for the government, right? And the society will have a little trust, right? Imagine of Indonesia, if Indonesia government has published this news, for example, the desires of society using the public transportation will be decreased, and they will add like a private transportation, which is bad for the air pollution, right? It shows to you that it is bad. It shows to you that it is bad. Thank you. Aduh, habis dulu. Ini belum kebawa.
Wah, jadi yang tadi. Oke, thank you to